Did you know that 50% of the conversation that you are having with your clients isn't even being had in words? It's in the body language. On today's episode of The Sales Doctor, we are going to diagnose what's going on in your client's body language as you are trying to close those deals. So stay with us and you're going to learn about some critical signs to watch for when you are closing your deals. I'm Amy Walker, small business strategist. So if you're new to the channel, make sure that you subscribe so you can get notifications every time we release new content. All right, so what we're looking for here is just movement. It's really important when you're watching body language that there's no judgment. It's just awareness, and the cues that people give you are simply going to help you ask better questions. So let's jump in. Hey, Maddie.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing well.
Good. Okay, so you are launching your business. Okay, so that is her right arm that she's rubbing. So rubbing is a self-soothing gesture, like, hey, it's going to be okay. And the right side tends to focus around the future. So like she's coming into this not really knowing what's going to happen. So it's just like a little self-soothing gesture. You've kind of been doing a little bit on the side, but now wanting to take it into a bigger level?
Yes, kind of.
So, okay, if you notice her hands being crossed or being folded here, this is a gate. So whenever somebody is folding their hands, folding their arms, folding any part of, their body in front of themselves, that's a gate. And so we like when we see the gates open. We like when they open bigger. When they start off like this and then they go a little bit open, it's like, hey, and I know Maddie, so that comes open pretty quickly, but what I'm gonna watch for is when do they get more open, because then I know that we're connecting better.
I've been doing something else. I've been in video for forever now, and I kind of want to start branching off, doing some branding and also logo design on the side, and so that's what I'm...
Okay, so rubbing the legs is something that I look for as well. Whenever anybody is basically rubbing anything, that's a self-soothing gesture. Your legs have to do with like your foundation. And so that's kind of just a gesture, like it's a sign of like you're telling your subconscious like, hey, it's going to be okay, we can do this, which means that there's some nerves and some trepidation around it.
Interested in, but I don't know exactly how to get there yet. So okay, cool. That's where I'm at.
So what are your biggest questions, or what are the... Okay, so there was a moment of vulnerability and then back to the gate. So again, just awareness, just watching. Gaps between where you are and where you want to go.
So I think for me, the biggest thing right now is where do I go from here? Mm-hmm. So I have my product and that I'm pretty confident in, mm-hmm. and I feel like that is something that can get me far, mm-hmm. but now
Okay, so that gesture right there, I watch that gesture because it's how many times they make that chop. It tells me how many things I need, like how many things to ask for, if that makes sense.
How to get it out to everyone. So the marketing of it would really be the place where I have the biggest question mark right now.
Okay, so she does 1, 2, 3, and then it's like I've got a big marketing question. I don't know what to do there. So listen to my question that comes next. What are the 3 biggest barriers to you and marketing? So again, I adjusted the question because she showed me that there's 3 walls. That's what her body language showed. Wall 1, wall 2, wall 3. So I asked, what are your 3 biggest barriers when it comes to marketing?
Great question. Marketing probably isn't my strong.
I am going to be watching the eye movements here. Where your eyes move to shows you where they're getting their information from inside of their head. And so I do watch eye movements really closely. You're going to have to watch really, really close to see this, but I'll try to point out some of the eye movements. Okay. So it's really slight, but she looked up and then her eyes moved over to the side and then they went back up. So again, she's opposite of me. So when she looks up and then her eyes go over here, it's really her left. So when your eyes are, I'll just tell you where the eyes go first of all. Up means they're looking to inspiration. Maddie looks up a lot in this video, so you can tell that she's somebody who plugs into inspiration to get her ideas. Left is, up and to the left is past experiences. Up and to the right is future. Side, like if they look side to side, like they're looking towards their ears, that's looking to somebody else and like listening for outside opinion. So they could be that they're concerned about what other people will think or say, or that there's somebody else that, you know how you hear your mom's voice inside your head or your husband's voice inside your head? It could be that. Down is emotion. So down and to the right would be like emotion about what's coming. Down and to the left would be emotion about things in your past. But that's kind of what we're looking for. So I'm just going to watch some eye movements here.
It really comes down to how do I do it? Where do I go to market? And how am I going to get my clients, I think.
Okay, so it is interesting to me that she is talking about, so she's up and over here, which means it's her left, okay? So it is a little bit interesting to me that she's talking about the future, but she's looking to the past. So what that makes me wonder is if there are any things that have happened in the past that make her unsure of her footing in the future. So again, just awareness so that I can ask better questions.
Be my 3.
Okay. What about sales? How do you feel about the sales process? Pricing, knowing how to enroll people, confidence, and just overcoming their sales concerns or objections?
Sure. So I'm confident in myself.
By the way, I should have stopped talking sooner because she licked her lips like that. I don't know how you want to do that, but it didn't look creepy when she did it. Probably looked creepy when I did it. When there's lip movements going on, they have something they want to say, and you should be quiet. So I missed that one when I was doing this the first time, and I kept talking. I should have just so what do you think about that? And let her talk.
As a communicator, as someone who I feel is a people person, but when it comes to the sales side of it and the numbers and the pricing and things like that, I think I
do find it fascinating that she counts this way each time, because most people count this way, and your fingers each kind of represent something different.
fall short there. I have a hard time following through and giving the exact numbers, if that makes sense. So with me, I really love doing things for people with deals.
Okay, so this is this gesture right here is an interesting gesture to watch for. Anytime a woman references her chest or references her private area, or anytime a man references their private area, it's related to their femininity or their masculinity. So she just did this gesture, which is kind of a harsh gesture when she was talking about asking for the price, which means that what her body language is kind of indicating to me is she feels like sales has to be harsh, but she really wants to be able to sell in a more feminine way and in a more nurturing way, and that she's heart-centered, and it's important to her that people feel that. She says it in her words, but her body language said it before her words got there. So that's kind of interesting.
That's something that I know I need to overcome and get past that, or I will never make money.
She's also showing you the barriers too, right? Like she's talking about, I need to overcome it, I need to get past it. And she's like showing you, yeah, there's a legit barrier here for me. So again, what I'm looking for is body language confirming their words, or body language saying something different than their words, because when what's going on in the subconscious is matching the words, the body language it just tells you what is going on. It's when something's different, when we're talking about the future and they're looking to the past, or when they're telling me everything's great, but they're showing me that there's walls. I'm looking for the differences so that I can ask better questions and help them get through it. But right now, it's really lining up.
So assuming that we could get your marketing plan, your strategy in place, get your marketing plan built, and that we could help you create a sales process that doesn't feel aggressive, still feels like service, but is effective, what else would you need to get your business out and launched?
I think the biggest thing for me is just understanding the process, understanding how to market it, and understanding who I'm getting it out to. I think that's really my biggest thing at the end of the day.
So one thing that Maddie's hands are showing me is that she's having a hard time seeing this business being big. Every time she's using her hand gestures, they're in front of her body and they're about this big. So our hands, when people use big gestures, it shows us that they can see there's big possibility and there's big potential. And when it's really contained, it's like, it could be a sign that, she's having a hard time visualizing it being big. It could also be a sign that she's feeling like she needs to keep it contained. And so that's just an indicator that the vision, the vision isn't quite built yet. It's not quite as big as we would want it to be.
So like the non-aggressive approach, I understand that I need to be a little more aggressive, but I don't want to come off too harsh to people, because especially in branding, it is about the person. It is about who they are at the core, and their brand is very important to them. And so I want that to be a part of our process, and I care about it, and I want them to care about it as well.
So you want a service-based sales process?
So if I was coaching Maddie, one thing that I would work on with her is that she goes from being really open and then she kind of goes back to folding her arms again. And when you are selling, this sends a message to the clients you're talking to that you are guarded. Like, I'm okay to be open until I'm guarded again. And so it's like, you're in, you're out, you're in, you're out. So that would be something that I would work on with her in coaching her on her body language if she were selling to someone else, is to just kind of keep her arms from going back to that place. Like, just keep them open.
How committed are you to starting this business and growing it?
I really am excited.
Okay, so right there, let's track those eye movements again. Let me see if I can go back just like a couple seconds.
So how committed are you to starting this business and growing it?
Did you see where it went? So she went up and to her left, which is like up into the past, and then she went to the side. So there's somebody else that she needs to talk with, or there's somebody else's opinion that is influencing her. So that's just, again, it's good information. So there's something in the past, and then there's somebody else that is influencing her and how she feels about moving forward.
Too good. I'm excited for it. I think that the biggest barrier for me so far has been time, and I really want to commit to it moving forward. And again, I think I just need the direction to get me started, and I think from there, I know that I'm a very hard worker. I can follow through with things, so I just need that implementation, and then I think we're good to go.
Okay. So I would love to hear from you. What
That was just an itchy shoulder.
costing you?
But that was interesting, the mouth movement. Okay, so anytime that lips are tightening, like when the lips disappear or they tighten or something happens with the lips, there's probably something that they want to say, like something that's coming into mind that they want to express, but they're self-filtering it.
Have this business idea in your head, but not actually be doing it. What's the cost?
Oh, there was a little swallow there too. So when people swallow, it's like they're swallowing something down. Like, they're going to give you part of it, but there's another part, like another truth, that gets swallowed down and protected.
Like the actual dollar amount?
Yeah, just
or the cost of my insanity?
Both. Like, what is the cost of not starting?
Yeah, so I'll go with both of those ideas. So the dollar amount is that I'm not making money when I think I can be. And then also...
And how much do you think you could be?
Okay, so we got some self-soothing, and like when you're, legs are so interesting. Legs have to do with your foundation and your support and your structure. Knees specifically have to do with like authority figures. And so she's got some like rubbing of the knees going on down here. I'm like rubbing my knees as though you can all see it. But she's got some rubbing of the knees going on down here. And this is her left knee. So like, is there some authority figure in that past that maybe we'd want to ask some questions about? Or like, is there, I don't know exactly what that is, but that is an interesting gesture right there, and would definitely be one to investigate more. So sometimes it's asking a specific question. Sometimes it's just asking more questions until the story comes out a little bit more.
If with the right products, the right price point, and people knowing how it will work, I think it could be very successful.
Okay.
Now I want to ask if she ever had a boss who like screwed over clients. Because it's like that authority piece on her knee, but at the same time, she's talking about her pricing and her service.
The biggest thing for me right now with it not being money wise is just it being in my head and not implementing that, and that's kind of driving me crazy a little bit, because I feel like I have this really good idea and I want to get started so that I can begin the process of learning as well. So I know that business takes growth.
So the other thing that I'm noticing, and then we'll wrap up here because we've got a lot of interesting information. The other thing that I'm noticing is that it is her left hand that's doing a lot of the movement, and the right hand is very still. The right hand is more the future and her capacity to do things and to get going. And it's pretty still, which is an indicator to me that there's some reservations about moving forward. And that's something that if we had, a longer conversation and more time to analyze, we could get into asking those questions as well. So how do you use this information? There's so much information that people are sharing when it comes to body language. The first thing is to just be aware of what movements you're seeing. So you may not be able to analyze it and break it down, but watch whenever you get that feel that like something's not quite lining up, watch what's going on in their body language movements and ask better questions. I never use body language to like judge other people. Are they good? Are they bad? Are they lying? Are they telling the truth? What I'm looking for is just any indicators that are going to help me be able to have a more effective conversation, to listen on a deeper level. And that's really what this is it's listening on a deeper level so that your client can really feel honored and respected. Did you find that enlightening? Oh my goodness. Body language is so helpful when it comes to communication. So if you want to see more sales doctor videos, more videos of me diagnosing sales challenges and helping people to be able to get real examples of real business owners, then go check out the Sales Doctor playlist and you can see more videos like this. Also, I've never done body language on my channel like for reals before. Did you like it? If so, let me know down below. And who knows, maybe you could send me a clip of you in a sales conversation or a video and I could read your body language. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the bell notification, come back and watch more. We would love to see you back again. I am the Sales Doctor, diagnosing your sales woes so that your sales can be sick.